never been more moved or honored to speak to a group of people, ever. I am here as an ally to march alongside and in support of my daughters and all the women I know. I am here as a white cisgender man who has seen the inequality. I have heard the rape culture, and I know that it's the right thing to stand against that. I am also a gay Appalachian man who was raised in a trailer, and I'm proud of it. And when I was in that trailer, there were strong mountain women who were raising me. I'm here because my grandmother, Ethel May House, used to tell me stories. She was born in 1909. She was 11 years old when women finally won the right to vote. By 1955, she lived in Happy Holler, Kentucky, and she said whoever lived there was happy, but she was widowed with 9 children, the youngest of whom was 4 years old. She went to work at the very first Kentucky Fried Chicken alongside Colonel Sanders himself. She hitchhiked to work every day because she didn't have a car. She worked there all day long, and then she came home and worked at home all night long. The restaurant kitchen was sweltering, the popping grease was scalding, but she told me that the worst part was the men that she worked alongside. They not only made more money than she did for the same damn work she did, but they also pinched her on the rear end throughout the day. They insulted her body in guffawing laughter and whispers all day long. She'd tell me these stories, and I'd imagine her walking home after enduring that. She'd look at me and she'd say, "You better not ever be that way." Now 62 years after my granny worked in that environment, her paycheck stub is in the museum at the Kentucky Fried Chicken in Corbin. And also, my daughters are both in college, and they live in a world where they know that women still are not paid equally. They have now seen many in their country validate a man who bragged about committing sexual violence. He bragged about committing sexual assault, and people still voted for him. It boggles my mind. A man who has routinely called women pigs, dogs, slobs, and many more things that I will not say here today. Especially what he said about his own daughter, which makes me sick. I am here to march for my strong and defiant grandmother, for my fierce, smart, and courageous daughters, for my mother and my aunts and cousins and all the women who made me the man and the feminist I am today. I am here to march with pride for the LGBTQ people who fought for rights. They fought for the rights that we have today and that we hope we can hold on to. I'm here mostly because men need to stand up and speak out against it. Men have to start talking against the rape culture. Men have to be an active part in making the rape culture stop. Men need to be marching in the streets for reproductive rights, to protect those reproductive rights. There's plenty of them up there on Capitol Hill that stands up for their Viagra, though. Any man who has a strong sense of himself is willing to listen to the women in his life instead of mansplaining to them. to march together to not only stand up against an administration who has tried to negate so many of us, but to stand up and say that we will not be negated, we will not be silenced, to stand up and say, look at us, because we are the resistance.